Thank you, Mr. Speaker, members. And on nights like this, when we're looking at this type of legislation, I like to review my demographics from the American Community Survey to kind of remember why we're here, why I'm here. And I think about the almost 6,000 veterans in my community. I think about the married couples both working 15% of my district. I think about the families, about 70% of my district, families with children in school. I think about the 20% of the families in my community who are living on Social Security income. Mr. Speaker, colleagues, while we're spending precious legislative time debating culture war issues, Texas families are facing real crises that demand our immediate attention. When 83% of Texas children under age 6 in low-income working families live in child care desert, why aren't we prioritizing legislation to expand affordable child care access? Our 2025 analysis shows high-quality child care remains scarce across our state. Yet, while we're debating issues like that, families are spending around $11,000 annually more than for child care, more than in-state college tuition. And meanwhile, the Texas economy loses $11.4 billion annually due to child care challenges. We're here debating HB 229. What does this bill do to address those crises? The data shows that 51% of Texas renters, a record 2.1 million households, are now cost burdened, spending more than 30% of their income on housing costs. In our major metropolitan areas, extremely low-income Texans face a severe shortage. Only 25 affordable rental homes available for every 100 families who need them. I ask you, what does HB 229 do to address this crisis, housing affordability? Our state minimum wage remains at $7.25 an hour, leaving a full-time worker with a family of 3 below the federal poverty line. No one can live on $7.25 an hour. But what does HB 229 do to address living wages for struggling working families? Texas remains the only state without any mandatory paid sick leave requirements, forcing parents to choose between caring for a sick child and losing a day's wages. What does HB 229 do to help working families secure affordable and safe child care? Texas continues to have the worst uninsured rate in the entire nation. 21.7% of Texas adults and 11.9% of our children lack health insurance. We're one of just 10 states still refusing to expand Medicaid, leaving 1.2 million Texans in the coverage gap. How many more Texas families need to face medical bankruptcy before we prioritize their health care over ideological talking points? What does HB 229 do to help these families? And Texas now leads the nation in hunger, with food insecurity rate of 16.4% affecting nearly 5 million Texans. Our state ranks 46 in SNAP participation, with only 75% of eligible individuals enrolled in receiving benefits. But rather than addressing these fundamental issues, the needs of Texas families, we're debating divisive bills that do nothing to put food on the table. What does HB 229 do to stop Texas children from going hungry? Nothing. My colleagues, these are real crises facing Texas working families every day. In fact, today, right now, these working families are having discussions. We have less than 6 months every 2 years in a state with more than 30 million people to help working families who are facing real crises in their families. They don't have time for partisan games or manufactured controversies. We are committing malpractice, a total dereliction of duty when we're focusing on conspiracy theories and words in a definition instead of helping working families. I ask you, what does HB 229 do to help Texas families with affordable child care, housing security, living wages, health care access, and food security? What does it do? It does absolutely nothing. Texas families deserve better. Take a stand for working families and vote no against this needless legislation. Thank you.
Ms. Zwiener in opposition.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members,